Zach with Web3 Reviews. Thank you for being with us. Today, it is Thursday, April 3rd, and we're going to be talking about the crypto market. Let's go. Remember that none of this is financial advice, and that's the point of the whole episode. Man, don't be taking financial advice from people on the internet. Look at this tweet right here from Sonny Poe. Sonny Poe making moves that are going to keep him Poe, man. Don't be acting like Sonny. He says, between me, my wife, and my mom, 10 new credit cards have been opened up last week. I hope that he's kidding, man. I hope Sonny's kidding for his mom and his wife's sake. Don't drag your mom and your wife down. Come on. The can kicking of 54,000 I told you about back in November 2023 will be executed as planned in the next 2 weeks. I'll share about those details in the April end update, but for now, here's the 16-month update on how Bitcoin is working for me after maxing 8 credit cards and going full send sailor. Don't be living off maxed out credit cards, man. Credit cards got an APR of anywhere from 18 to 29%, dog. We're talking about them taxing your ass, man. Every month, the interest adds up. And yeah, I know there's an idea of grandeur behind this. Where you're like, dude, all I need though is that times 100. And so if I just keep living off credit cards, I could hit the times 100. Dude, theoretically it can be done, but what if you don't do it, okay? Why can't you just pay off your debts and then play for the times 100? Play with your money, man. Don't play with the bank. Don't be living in such a way where you're just getting taxed interest every month. You want to be living off interest payments and royalties and dividends and node payments. You don't want to be having your livelihood taken from you because you made a gamble. Crypto's a gambling casino, man, but you know what? Even the casino doesn't take credit card, all right? You got to have some cash on hand. And I implore you to not live like this guy. Dude, I did this for fucking 8 years, okay? And it wasn't 10 credit cards, though. I had like 1 or 2 or 3, right? And I played the game as hard as I could. So I guess, I'm not going to talk. And I got up to 30K. That's the amount that I convinced the banks to loan me. I had 30K of credit card debt. And after 7 years of holding crypto, I paid some off. I worked a job and I used that money as well as crypto money to pay this off. And it took a long time. Honestly, it added a lot of stress to my life, man. I wouldn't recommend it. I'd recommend playing this the other way where you're free from the jump. You're not in debt. Because think about this, man. If you're living on a bunch of debt with hopes to blow up on crypto, when you eventually blow up on crypto, the first thing you're going to have to do is pay off your debt. Depending on how much you got, man. This guy's got 54K. That's a lot of debt. So if his 5,000 bucks hits it times 10, he doesn't even get a win yet. Still in debt. You see how it takes away the fun for him? You don't want to be like that, man. Nexo used to give people in the USA a great opportunity to take advantage of the fact that you have a bag. If you're a guy who has a line of credit with a bank and they're willing to give you money, there's an age-old statement that says when people are willing to give you money, you need to take it. Because when you need the money, nobody's going to give it to you. I've found this to be true, okay? When you're balling, you don't necessarily need a loan. Take one then. Because when you're fucking flat broke, no one's going to be giving it to you. They're going to say, sorry, dog, you're broke. When you do things like buy a bunch of nodes, it's nice to use someone else's money. But it has to be in a project that you know is going to pay it back. I came up off a Nexo loan. I really did. The Gala founders notes were 1,000 bucks. There were some people who bought enough founders notes to damn near exit the market. They exited XRP. And they exited into Gala founders notes. And of course, Gala went on to do it times 70, times 80. And if you were running a substantial amount of nodes, that could have really changed your livelihood. You could move somewhere where that really does the job in terms of your day-to-day income. I didn't have the balls to sell my full XRP bag. XRP is that golden goose to me. And so what I did was I convinced Nexo to hold my bag and to give me a line of credit on that bag. That way I could take that line of credit and buy a few nodes. The node money, I used that money to pay off the loan. But what happened was the SEC sued Ripple and the market took a fat dump. XRP was worth $1.80. Joel Katz famously tweeted, if you have a bunch of money in this market, you should probably take some out. And then we spent the next 4 years at 50 cents. Ripple got sued by the SEC and XRP went down from $1.82 back down to 50 cents where it stalled for 4 years. Now, if you had taken a loan on your XRP, let's say you had $100,000 worth of XRP at $1.82, however many tokens that would be, less than 100K obviously, right? So let's say you have that. You have $100,000 worth of XRP at $1.82 and you put it into Nexo. Take out a loan for 30% of your bag. Let's say you take 20%. Nexo was saying, hey, whatever your bag's worth, we'll give you 30% max collateral to take out anytime you want. And Nexo was also giving interest on your money that you had in. So if you were holding the 100,000 XRP, they were paying you interest in XRP. And then the loan could be paid with that interest. I mean, it was a great system. And because of the SEC and the scrutiny, Nexo stopped. They closed their doors to US customers. What I'm getting at here is a sad story. I forget who it was exactly, but there was somebody who lost 300,000 XRP tokens. And it wasn't just a one-off story. A lot of people got screwed by the margin call, man. When you're collateralizing your bag, you can get margin called. This could happen if you take a line of credit on your house too. And it wouldn't be the same thing as them saying, hey, we own your house now. But it would be the same thing as if the value of your house goes down, the bank might say that line of credit we gave you is actually no good anymore because it was based on the value of this house, which isn't as valuable as we thought in the current eyes of the market. Same deal with these Nexo loans. So you have $100,000 at XRP at $1.82, but XRP goes down to 50 cents. So that devalues by a pair times 3, right? A little bit more than. Your 100K would go down to what, 40, 30K? The point being is if you had a loan out for 20K, it's supposed to be valued at 30% of your bag. So you would need at least $60,000 of crypto in that bag, right? And if you went below $60,000 of crypto, Nexo would actually eat your bag. And they wouldn't give you a heads up saying, hey, like you have 24 hours to make a payment or else you're going to be eaten. It would be automatically, man. You just got eaten. It was an AI machine that did this. It wasn't somebody on the back end who pressed the button and laughed. And it's why Nexo survived. Because Nexo actually had a machine running their operations. Celsius and BlockFi did not. They had people doing it. Celsius and BlockFi didn't make it. And I almost got in on Celsius, man. Celsius had a UI error, which would not allow me to upload my ID. And that was enough for me to not use them. It just like, something about it wasn't right. Why won't they let me upload my ID when they say they need it for KYC? So there's a lesson in crypto, man. There's a few of them. Don't max out credit cards. Don't take Nexo loans. And I know that these are things that I did. I'm here to tell you to not do what I did. Learn from me, man. Learn from what happened to me. Learn from Sonny Poe. Because Sonny Poe is not going to be changing his name to Sonny Rich anytime soon, man. Bitcoin's not the golden goose here. It's XRP, man. It's Flare. It's Gala Games, Gala Music, Algorand, Osby AI. Come on. There are so many great picks in the market. There are so many plays which you can really hit hard on. It's going to take time. And living with 10 maxed out credit cards is no way to live. So I'm never here to give you guys financial advice. I never am, all right? I'm just somebody here to talk to you about the bullshit I'm doing, the bullshit that I've done on the internet. I'm here to talk to you guys about what other people are doing. I'm here to talk to you guys about plans and the way that I like to think about the market, the psychology that I go into it with. You have to create a plan to exit. The plans you need to play this game, the plans you need to exit. Rules you need to have in your mind to play this game. No pop culture tokens, no food tokens, no animal tokens. You know, really just stay away from meme coins altogether. Get in these real world asset utility tokens and let the time start to tick, baby. The hands of time will do their job. All you gotta do is sit on your hands so the hands of time can do it, okay? Father Time out here will make you rich, dog, but you can't be the impatient kid anymore. Be an adult, dog. Believe in something. Somebody hit me up and said, yo, what about Crow? And I said, to be real, dog, I don't do animal coins. Crow could be incredible, but there's a rule for me and I don't break the rule. Add to the rules, man. Don't max out credit cards. Get debt free. I still have a bunch of debt. I got student loans. I got cars. It's substantial, man. So I'm just like Sonny Poe. You know what I mean? And that sucks, dog. And I'm going to keep playing the game because that's how I like to play it. But I'm actively working to pay off this debt too. I work a job, man. Work a job. And I use my money from the job to pay off debt. You got to have a plan. You got to take care of your family. Look at Sonny Poe. Anyways, this is Chad from the 307 Project. He was a Navy SEAL. He paid his dues, man. And he did well for himself. He runs a very successful channel, over 300,000 subs. And he does give advice. And you see him at the beginning of this video say this is financial advice. Chad's a total jokester, man. He's also a very serious man. The thing is that the best jokes are true. So you'll see him look with a very serious look at the camera, deadpan, and just fucking tell you how it is, man. That's real right there. You gotta appreciate people like Chad. Let's watch this.
58% of Americans have less than $5,000 in their savings account. That's sad, dude. That's real sad. If you're broke, that's a freaking problem. And I thought, you know what, man? If I'm gonna dog on these heads for being broke turds, it's kind of messed up if I don't give them a little bit of advice, a little financial advice on how to unbroke themselves. And so that's what today's all about. I'm gonna give you guys 5 tips on how to get unbroke. The first thing, the foundation of it all, is quit making excuses for being broke, man. Quit blaming it on other things, on other circumstances. Look, if you're broke and you can't afford to have the things that you want, live the lifestyle that you want to live, it's because of your own poor decisions. That's what it is. Sorry, that's what it is. Now the good thing about that is you can start turning that around by making good decisions. And that's what these 5 things are. The first thing, quit buying crap that you can't afford, man. I get it. And I was raised that borrowing money in a way that was okay. Well, I've learned through the years that that's not okay. You know why that's not okay? Because the borrower is the slave to the lender. And you need to quit borrowing money to buy crap that you can't afford. Right? You can still have the things you want. It's just going to take you longer to get them. And you got to be patient enough and you got to work hard enough to get the things that you want when you can finally afford them. And so you are enslaved to the people that you're borrowing money from. And you're never going to get ahead if you keep doing that. The second thing, a simple phrase, you reap what you sow. It's happening to you. Whether you believe it or not, you are going to reap what you sow in life. So the second thing you need to do is you need to give intentionally. Whatever you can give, you need to give intentionally, right? You need to be generous. And along the same lines, you need to spend intentionally. Meaning you need to spend your money with companies who are aligned with good, wholesome, American, for me, Christian values. You need to spend your money locally as much as possible, and you need to be intentional. So many of us just spend our money purely based off of convenience. And that's why we do all of our shopping on Amazon, and we buy all of our stuff at the freaking Walmart, right? Because we don't give a crap. We don't spend intentionally. Number 3, whatever extra money you have, you should invest in tangible assets or skills. I have never once had a single dollar in the stock market or in the Bitcoin or any of that crap, right? You know what I've never lost money on? Houses, land, guns, and ammunition. Never lost money on them. Always made money on them, especially houses and land. Always made money on them. You guys want to get rich quick scheme, and you want to be able to put your money in all this freaking wazoo made up bull crap, and you think it's going to pan out for you. Well, some of you might get lucky. Maybe some of you have gotten lucky. But let me tell you, it's getting lucky. That's all it is. It's not a good foundational thing to do. If you have extra money, invested in tangible assets and skills. You know why skills are so valuable? You can be rich in skills. Skills are so valuable because skills are going to allow you to make money, and no one can ever take your skills from you. Even tangible assets can be taken from you. Skills can never be taken from you. And if you are a skilled person, you will always be able to make money. Always, with the skills that you possess. Number 4, dream big. I told you guys earlier, quit buying crap that you can't afford. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't want really awesome stuff. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't look at the house you want. You shouldn't look at the car you want. You should look at those things. You should dream big. You should scroll through whatever, the freaking Zillow or the marketplace or whatever, and look at the things you want and dream big. All right? And it's going to drive you towards those things. It's going to incentivize you to work harder so that you can eventually buy those things that you really, really want to have. Dream big. The last one, number 5, you are going to have to work hard enough to make twice the amount of money, at least twice the amount of money that you think you need to make. So if you think that you can live the lifestyle that you absolutely want to live, the perfect lifestyle, the house you want, the car you want, and you're able to have freedom with your time and whatever that looks like for you. If you think you can do that on $100,000 a year, go ahead and accept the fact that you are going to have to figure out how to work hard enough to make $200,000 a year. Our government punishes us for that because they don't want us to be financially independent, because they know that people who are financially independent, who are skilled, who have assets, who have land, who have their home paid for, they're not slaves to the lender, who have the free time that they need to think and enjoy life, they know that we are hard to control. We're really hard to control. So just go ahead and calculate in that fact that you're going to be punished if you decide to work hard enough to achieve the life you want to achieve and become financially independent. So those are the 5 tips.
I love that. He says this is financial advice. Don't be broke. You know, dude, it's good. You need some crude humor, okay? You do. You need something crude. You need some asshole to tell you that shit, bro. Be an adult, bro. Fucking take care of your shit. It's like that old Kanye bar. Yeah, I'll still sing a Kanye bar, dog. I was just at the Theo Von show. He was wearing some Yeezys. He made some jokes about it. He said, bro, he's never hurt nobody. These ones, man, got these at the store, dog. It's the same way about Teslas, bro. The dude driving the Tesla never hurt you. I'm driving a Tesla. What did I hurt you? I'm out here fucking talking to you, bro. I didn't buy this shit for no Elon. 4 years when I bought this, I didn't buy it for no tree huggers neither. Alright, I didn't buy this to be some electric-friendly guy. And I didn't buy it to fucking appease Republicans. It's like the car, dog. Just like some Yeezys, man. Let me get some Red Octobers, bro.
Man, I tell you what, Hank, about that dang old meaning of life, man. It's like this, man. You like a butterfly flapping his wings deep down in the forest, man. They're gonna cause a tree fall like 5,000 miles away, man. And ain't nobody see it, nobody don't even happen. You know, the baby's born into this world, and they don't got dang friends and got nothing but to go come in and find out all about them, no evil, man. Man, see, like, you don't need to know, man. It's like you're born into this world, man. And you got it's like this, man, the dust in the wind, man. Or like the dang old candle in the wind, man. It don't matter, man. It's all the oldies, old time. You know what I think, man? Like them dang old, I think, therefore you are, man.
Well, that's what we tell ourselves, isn't it, Boomhauer?
I forgot where I was going with any of this, which is a shame, bro. I got caught up in the jokes, man. Sometimes it can happen to you, bro. The thing about the crypto market is, if you're sitting too close to the wall, you're in a project that's not doing how you'd like, what are you going to do, jump for another greener pasture? I do think that you should be in a few assets. I counted it up the other day. I'm at like, damn, 10 assets. Bro, I bought some HBAR the other day. I set a goal to get to 10,000 HBAR. That's like $1,800. And so now I'm in another crypto asset. The thing is that Karate Combat's built on top of HBAR, and I see great value in Karate Combat, man. I do, and I see great value in HBAR. HBAR, that Hyperledger technology. It's on that list of tokens that are compliant with the ISO 20022 protocol. And I saw the other day that Smoke Dog was talking about it, man. Bro, if you pop up in my Smoke Dog research, here's the thing, Smoke Dog's doing research, and I do research on Smoke Dog's page. I appreciate the researchers, man. I do, okay? That's what I got for you. If you made it this far, you a green candle boy for real, man. Stay well.